very central to that because the Americans don't like the position that South Africa has taken. South Africa is a leading country on the African continent. What it says matters.
Yes.
And what its government thinks matters. And what its courts think matters. That's why we're in South African courts fighting the South African banks that are actually implementing sanctions on Zimbabweans. But now that the South African government is beginning to say, no, these sanctions are wrong. These sanctions are punishing people and they affect us too. It's beginning, it doesn't sit well with the Americans.
Yeah.
But there's also a background story that's happening. The Americans are fighting to grey list South Africa through what is called the Financial Action Task Force. Now, the Financial Action Task Force is a body created by the very same countries that colonized us. So you've got the G7 countries, and Japan is part of that imperial Berlin cabal. And what they've done is they created financial rules, not international law, financial rules that they created by themselves in 1989. And they're trying to internationalize them as international law. But a lot of people, so they try and say, we're trying to stop money laundering, trying to stop organized crime.
They love that very much.
They love that. But where the issue comes is that in 1991, after 9/11, they weaponized these anti-money laundering laws to actually make it easier for the Americans.
Sorry you said in 91?
Yeah, 1991.
After 9/11?
2001, sorry.
Okay.
So that's 9/11.
Okay.
So after 9/11, that's 11 years after they've created this institution called the Financial Action Task Force. They begin to weaponize the Financial Action Task Force by utilizing the 9/11 attacks or terrorism as a means by which they need to now start controlling the financial system and controlling how people use their accounts so that they can internationalize U.S. sanctions extraterritorially in other countries, forcing other countries to implement U.S. law by saying that we're trying to block terrorists from being funded. We're trying to block the contamination of our financial system. So this is how you saw the Guptas being automatically having their bank accounts closed. And what the Americans are doing with South Africa now is they're saying we want to grey list South Africa because South Africa is not doing enough to control illicit flow or illicit finance.
Flows which may be going to some of the countries that don't like America.
And to fund terrorists.